And then one of the most important things about doing gardening for us was new foods. We started with seeds, and then it quickly turned into seed saving, and then it turned into crazy foods. And we got it all from the Seed Bank and rareseeds.com, which are both owned by the Baker Creek Seed Company. And so I got Tiger Melon because, it looked like my guitar. And I got Rich Sweetness and red okra and orange tomatoes. And I grew alpine strawberries. And I grew figs. And I tried to do as much as possible to help myself have the most diverse diet as possible and most interesting and colorful diet as possible, because I believe that there's a lot of colors that we don't eat in our diet any longer, and a lot of foods that we don't, like kiwano or yellow strawberries, and we need these different varieties for their nutrition, for the diversity, for the stability, for the culinary creativity it takes for us to use these foods that we never even thought about using before. And it also makes food interesting, makes food exciting. And food should be exciting. We should be excited to grow our own food, excited to eat it, excited to harvest it, excited to seed save. It shouldn't be a chore. And all of us can do this. And it really started for me with meeting Jared Gettle. And I met Jared Gettle for the first time at the Heirloom Expo in Santa Rosa, California. And that's what started all of this. And it was an amazing experience because all this diversity that I've been compiling and building upon really started with being inspired by Jared Gettle. And almost all the seeds that I got actually came from him. The Heirloom Life Gardener was a book that he wrote that I read that really changed my life. And ever since then, I've been on a highway that's speeding towards being completely independent, seed-wise, completely independent food-wise. And it's really exciting because not only is it fun, it's beautiful, it tastes good, it saves you money, it's wise, it is ancient practice. It's all these different things. We can see my harvest last year was just half that table, and then this year it was double that table, plus all the expo squash I got. Makes for all the seed saving, and then it's ridiculous amounts of seeds this year. So we're going back next year without a doubt. And one of the things I did pick up also on this journey was new methods. Started doing compost tea, started giving me large tomatoes finally. I was crushing up my eggshells to make that happen too. I was starting to pickle. I started doing large batches of compost tea as I expanded. And I started doing things like using my gray water to save water on my plants. Started chopping and dropping. I started doing things like paddock shifting, using electric fences. Started building greenhouses wherever I possibly could, in whatever way I possibly could. Started canning and exploring other forms of food preservation. And I started looking for ways to grow fish and aquaculture on my home site. And goats. Goats were a transformative thing for us. We wanted milk, we wanted raw milk, but the only way we really could do it was with goats. And we were finally able to find good tasting goat milk. With Angoran goats, we were doing wool and harvesting wool. And we're going to start that back up again soon so that we have fiber that's constantly coming in. And then these goat does, they are our pregnant mamas, and they're going to give us new babies really soon, and we're going to start milking them. And then fungi. Fungi is something that really took off in the last 2 years for us, especially after going to PV2. I felt that fungi was a missing part. And so what I did was I dug down and started buying inoculant and spawn and started putting it in as everywhere I could.